Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's January 1st, uh, and today I'm going to mainly be talking about, once again, severe weather, and I'm going to look into really the next upcoming, I guess you could say winter storms. I mean, nothing really significant, but I'll kind of touch on those. Hope y'all are having a great start to the new year. It's 2022. Uh, yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get started with the first video of this year. Um, So we can see tonight we do have an enhanced risk from areas in Mississippi up into Tennessee. Uh, really kind of centered right around Huntsville, Alabama there. Um, Slight risk goes all the way over to the Atlanta area, and all the way back into northern Louisiana there. Uh, there we go, okay. We have a 10 sig Tor risk northwest Georgia, northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, and areas of northeast Mississippi, 30 wind, and a 5 hail, a bit less of a hail threat. Um, Tomorrow we do have a marginal risk for a good bit of the southeast. And then on day 3, we can see it finally quiets down again. I want to go ahead and get over onto GR2 here because we do have a tornado warning in northeast Alabama. Just a little bit ago, we had one in northwest Georgia. We can see with the squall line, with the squall line moving through Alabama here into northwest Georgia. Did have a few tornado warnings, so we can see. I hate this color table. Just trying. Okay. Well, don't seem to have a ton of rotation in kind of this area here, but definitely a chance of a brief spin up tornado, or definitely maybe a chance of a stronger tornado as well. The SBC still thinks or is thinking that's possible. And yeah, just a few severe warnings and a tornado warning right now. Not a whole lot of activity, but still pretty active though for January 1st. Yeah, so we go over to pivotal weather here and kind of take a look at the HRRR and see what these storms are going to be doing for the rest of the night. Okay, that's. Sorry this is taking so long. All right, here we go. So, HRRR has our kind of another squall line forming and going over the exact same area by earlier, kind of by. What time is this? This is around. I think this is around like midnight or 1 a.m. You can see a pretty strong squall line coming into northern Alabama there. Even scroll further down here. Pretty good looking storms on simulated reflectivity. Let's just take a few soundings. And yeah, definitely still a tornado threat. Definitely still a tornado threat though in Alabama there. Take some soundings in Mississippi. And I mean, definitely it's not as good, but it is contaminated as well. Take a sounding further to the south. Here we go. This kind of shows us our tornado potential in Mississippi tonight. We have a little less than Alabama. Shear is not that great, but nevertheless, there's still a slight tornado threat, so still be prepared. But yeah, so I mean, take a sounding out. Let's take a few more signs up further to the north. Why not? We can see. I mean, shear is okay, but thermodynamics are lacking a bit. So generally, I'd say kind of the best tornado threat tonight. We'll probably want to watch this area, kind of force some new development in front of that line. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that area is already kind of doing here. How that area is looking on meso analysis real quick, and we can see surface observations still temps in the 70s for much of the southeast here. Very sad look to the first day of January, but you can see dews are high in the mid to upper 60s. Mixed layer Cape. Instability is better the further west you go in Louisiana, Mississippi, but in Alabama it's okay. Take a look at LC Hellhide. Yeah, pretty nice. General shear. We can take a look at helicity, and helicity is higher generally further east you go. Bulk shear, kind of a little bit of the same story here. I mean, generally, I'd say the area we're gonna want to watch tonight, overnight, is going to be really kind of this area here. That's kind of the area I'd want to watch. For any like supercells that could actually produce like strong tornadoes. Outside of that risk, that does not mean that there's not going to be a tornado risk at all. No, there's still a tornado threat. That's just kind of the area I'm outlining that I think could see the kind of most eventful, or most like the greatest chance of a stronger tornado. You can see that area right now, kind of central Alabama here. Let's take a look and see if there's anything on the radar beginning to go off. I mean, it's about 03Z, but let's take a look. Pretty clear though across the whole state, across like the whole central portion of Alabama. So definitely this area could kind of light up later tonight, going to the HRRR there. Definitely want to watch that area. Even as we go later, this is 07Z. It's getting further into the overnight hours. We can see HRRR maybe indicating some supercells in front of this and a strong line moving in the northwest Georgia. Take a sounding in central Alabama. And once again, the shear is still looking pretty good. The Hodo looks nice as well. Definitely still a tornado threat going on. With any supercells, you're definitely gonna see a tornado threat. Take a sounding in northwest Georgia. Just kind of analyze that area. Not as, I mean, still though, shear is not bad. The problem is already gonna get. It looks mainly linear. But still, maybe a chance of an embedded tornado even as you go in the northwest Georgia overnight tonight. And by 08C, getting towards, so be about, I think this is like 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Eastern Time. Just say that. HRRR indicates a pretty good squall line. Why did my pen? Okay. HRRR indicates a pretty good squall line moving through Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, or Alabama, Mississippi. Take another sounding in central Alabama. Let's just see if we still even have a tornado threat as these storms turn more linear. And yes, we do. Take a sounding in northwest Georgia. All right. Yeah, definitely a little slight tornado threat. So I mean, generally, I'd say the tornado risk tonight is not over at all. I mean, I would definitely say it's not. We definitely are gonna want to watch a good bit of this area here. Any supercells that can really get going if we can, which it looks like supercells does really have the best environment kind of in this area. So I mean, generally, this area would be the area I'd outline for really a good tornado threat tonight, or not good, but the highest tornado threat. But areas outside of this, for example, like this area, it doesn't mean like you're out of the clear. You're not going to have a tornado threat. No, any areas outside of this still a tornado threat. That's just the area I'm outlining where I think there could be the greatest chance of tornadoes that are on the stronger side. Or the environment kind of looks the best. So yeah, that's tonight. Next thing I want to talk about is I kind of want to look towards this week. It's going to be pretty active, so going into a more active pattern, it's finally looking like winter is coming for the South. We're going to be looking at a potential winter event Sunday night into Monday across the Southeast here. You can see Sunday night, this is about midnight Sunday night. And GFS indicates heavy snow there. So let's zoom in on the Southeast here and take a look. So it's not where I wanted to go. Okay. Yeah, let's zoom in on the Southeast. Kind of take a look at what we could be looking at. So first off, we'll start off by looking at the HRRR, and then we'll look at the NAM. So yeah, the HRRR generally indicates some snow, a good heavy snow up in the mountains, maybe even some accumulation. But even some snow showers, maybe down to like western Atlanta suburbs. Bit, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but also a lot of wind in the backside of this. Uh, yeah, we could be seeing that. Um, Then we go ahead and even take a look at the NAM 3, the 000 run of the NAM 3. And it's also very similar. We can see it has that snow, but of course, like once it gets further east, it loses the moisture. And then maybe a little bit of snow in the Carolinas there. But let's zoom back out to the whole U.S. here. So we can look further out here, because we can see, look at that really good looking storm system across the southeast, bringing heavy, very heavy snow to Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey. That's something the NAM has been indicating for a while. Some very heavy snow. I mean, that just looks like there's going to be very fat flakes with that. Go to the HRRR for comparison. And we could see definitely very similar to the NAM 3 with that snow being in pretty far east in North Carolina before it's pretty much all gone. Last model, we'll take a look at the GFS, which I had to use the 18Z run for. We can see pretty similar as well. So maybe we could be seeing some brief heavy snowfall for this area here. Not out of the question for sure. Be interesting to see. It could be the first more southern snowstorm of the year for the east. But yeah, so now let's kind of take a look a little bit further out here towards kind of the 6th and the 7th. That's when the GFS has been showing another storm system. We can see this one right here, originating from like the southeast, bringing some snow maybe to Tennessee, kind of riding up this way. It was a terrible line, but kind of riding up that way. And you can see the GFS says up bringing a lot of snow to the northeast there. And after that, maybe it's something else as we get towards the 10th. Have to see about that. But let's just take a look at the Euro and see if the Euro is also similar to the GFS with that winter storm in the northeast. Also, there's some very heavy snow. Very nice little winter storm in areas of Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, Kansas, and Nebraska earlier. Very cold air down even into Texas. Very cold wind chills. We can see the Euro has still some very heavy snow breaking out across Virginia, North Carolina. A little bit further south, though, than all the other models. A little less snow in like the areas of Georgia, Tennessee as well. Euro also has a very good-looking winter storm for the Northeast as we go towards Friday. So 7th and the 8th are going to be very interesting for the Northeast. Could we get our first big winter storm of the year? It's looking possible. I wouldn't say it's likely. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all are having a good start to 2022, like I said before, and I'll be back on Monday. But yes, goodbye.